stimulating. He's stimulating his oil gland if he moves around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the baby.
Just ahead to the left there, that's the Ritchie's flour mill, built in the 1800s. And that was put there to grind the flour for the city. There used to be a wheel in the building that was powered by the water coming through the cataract doors. In 88 it cost them £1,000. So they put that little pergola on the footpath as well, and they used to charge everyone a gold coin coming into their backyard. That made them very wealthy people, and when they passed away they had no children, so they gifted all this land back to the people who belonged to them. We're just approaching our big face in the rock. Look, he's on the right, 30 feet up. He's got that iron bracket sticking out his chin. Just to our right and about 30 feet up. It's just a natural feature in the rock there. Can you see him?
This is Jupiter. Jupiter is our only male platypus here at Park's House, and we're very proud to say that, as far as we're aware, our Jupiter is, or was in his prime, the largest platypus on record. Now, of course, there's no proof that he is the biggest. We are able to make that a yes, however, let's just say that the likelihood of anyone out there being any bigger is very, very low. For starters, our platypus down here in Tasmania are a lot bigger than the ones on the mainland. So our boys down here average 2.8 to 3.1 kilos. But as far north as the eggs in that unit tends to muscle together and produce a nucleus that acts as a glue. So they carry their egg around and do young to the outside of the bottle. Then she'll move into the nesting burrow so she can nut out the eggs as well. I'll make sure that everybody can see. So I'll pop the bowls down. I do ask you not to touch them at all. And if it's alright, everyone, we'll just leave questions till the very end of this room. We're covering quite a broad range of topics while we're in here. A whole species worth of topics, in fact. Eddie will come talk. That's how we wound up with an echidna, Edwina, who refused to walk over the front of the at all, but we have to carry him over. So we're trying not to be enablers, essentially, but it's very hard because they quite often encourage a bit of a cuddle and a pat. Okay, we're listening, we're going to show everyone how smart we are. Right? Eddie, go there. Bubbles, go there. Thomas, you're Thomas. Stay. Do anyone that can't see? Right, alrighty. So everybody, this is Thomas. Thomas is 14, so although he's not the youngest, he's not the oldest, he is the biggest. The size of the echidna does not have anything to do with their age or their sex. It's entirely to do with the size of the mother. The smaller echidnas will produce physically smaller young. Now, stop. Get out of it. They just stay still if they walk between your legs. Like just walking. We'll just try to keep our legs nice and still as they move around the room because, as you can see, they love the stools.
His teeth. Teeth are very clean, aren't they?
guys are just gonna hop back out and then
breeding pre-retirement cattle, so they're all sort of about 5 years old, which is their sort of life expectancy in the wild, 5 to 6. Do a bit better in captivity, we tend to see them reach sort of 7 and 8 if we're lucky, all part of having the chemo treatment of Uber Eats and healthcare covers that go on with their friends with on. Does anyone know where they've got their game skills in their body? You can certainly see they are killing machines. So they've got this really long streamlined body, long tail. They've even got an extra half digit on their back feet, and that's all adaptations for life in the trees. So these guys spend 10 to 20% of their lifetime up in the trees, and pair that with the second most powerful bite to size ratio of any animal. But these guys have really sharp teeth. So what they'll do is they'll perch above a game trail, wait for some prey to come underneath, pounce on the back of the neck, destroy the brain stem.
Adolescent male. Females live on the north coast of Tasmania and a couple of offshore islands of Freeport. 9 to 10 islands are breeding grounds. The dominant male seals, the bulls, will live with the girls, having a harem of females, which is a group of girlfriends. One big boy will have 4 or 5 lady friends, which is what I would call a bloody nightmare. But when these young adolescents think that they're big enough to beat the bull in an argument, they spend 500 kilometres swim upshore, have a battle with the bull seal, have a fight, they knock him off his throne, they get a chance to find a girlfriend. So pretty low numbers during the winter time, with less sun means less food in the water column. From the bait fish, and then we get the seals as well.
There he goes. Oh, he's moving.
There is a population of New Zealand fur seals that live here as well. They live in amongst the boulders. As we slowly cruise past the rocks, you may see a little set of eyes sticking out from a cave every now and again, peering back at you.
Stopped.
But the big Aussie fur seals, they like to haul out in open.
Any questions at all? Come up and ask me. You guys can help yourselves. There's some food there from that empty there. And you're welcome to come back.
It just spits out what it doesn't want. Jeez, I wish I could see. You think with it?
Pretty impressive, eh? There you are, boy.
On the other end. He's using his teeth at the back. Getting into that. Crushing it. He's not vocal because there's no one there.
Straight to Port Arthur. Now look at Henry Savory. It wasn't much of a deterrent for him, was it? Getting a job in the treasury and bringing his family out. And here's another example. For this bloke here, Henry Downer, he was a gentleman. He was convicted of embezzling £1,100. Where do you think he got a job when he voted for him? He got a job in the accounts office. And bought in the servants in all these large households. Some of them are real characters. The man who ran the stores in the 1830s and 40s, Thomas Longclair, he was married to Charlotte, they had 13 children, and for a little while their convict servant was a lady called Anne Forrest. But Anne kept raiding the drinks cabinet, getting smashed. They had to lock her in the base of the guards.